Recently, we've seen federal agents shut down San Diego County's last medical marijuana dispensary. Alex Kreit, former chair of the city's medical marijuana task force and associate professor of law at Thomas Jefferson School of Law, joins me to talk about the new ballot measures. Alex, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
What is different about these ballot initiatives, or are they?
I think that these ballot initiatives really aren't that much different from what exists in a lot of the state. These measures are modeled after existing ordinances in other parts of California that have worked well, that have proven to be successful at regulating medical marijuana dispensaries. I think what's unusual is that we just don't have a lot of these ordinances here in San Diego County.
So there's four on the November ballot: Solana Beach, Del Mar, Lemon Grove, Imperial Beach. 4 towns that are going to vote on medical marijuana dispensaries in their neighborhood. Are all those initiatives the same? Were they written by the same person?
Yeah, these initiatives are backed by the same organization, so they're all very, very similar in terms of how they go about regulating medical marijuana dispensaries. They, aim to have sort of strict regulations and controls to balance the interests of the community and medical marijuana patients, although obviously whether they're strict enough is in the eye of the beholder.
Why these 4 particular towns? Is there any similarities, or was it just a coincidence?
I think it was probably just where they had the most momentum in getting the ordinances together. I suspect that they would be interested in doing similar measures in other parts of San Diego in the future, and this is just where it came together this year. U.S.
Attorney Laura Duffy has pushed to get these dispensaries shut down. So if these propositions pass here, won't the feds just come in and say, close them?
Yeah, well, I think the federal government, if they keep doing what they're doing, it does seem like they, are going to keep going after dispensaries. But if you look at other parts of the state where they have ordinances like this, the federal officials have been less successful at shutting down all of the dispensaries because there's clear rules of the road at the local level. So I think that these ordinances would make it tougher for federal officials to succeed in shutting down all the dispensaries.
One complaint that's commonly heard about these medical marijuana dispensaries is that people are using them illegally to get an illegal high, that these aren't really to help patients who are in pain. You've done a lot on reporting on this and sort of investigating on this. What does the data show?
Yeah, I think that there's not a lot of clear data about, how many people are abusing the system. But I think the thing to always remember is that this is a problem with all medicines, all prescription drugs. There is abuse. And I think that, society usually looks at it and balances it and says, yeah, abuse is something that we should look at and try and stop, but the answer can never be to deny legitimate patients access to the medicine that they need. So I think it's something to look at and say, how can we limit the abuses of people who don't really have a legitimate medical need? But I think looking at it and saying, well, there's abuse, so we should deny legitimate patients access is not really the right balance.
How aggressive is local law enforcement on going after people who are using medical marijuana?
Well, I think that's been the difference between San Diego County and a lot of other parts of the state, and why here in San Diego there aren't any dispensaries anymore, is that the district attorney's office here has been very vigilant in going after medical marijuana dispensaries. They've taken an incredibly restrictive view of what state law says that's different from what prosecutors in most other parts of the state have put forward. And in fact, in a couple weeks, there's going to be an appellate oral argument in the California State Court that's going to test the San Diego District Attorney's interpretation of the state law. So I think that's a difference between what we see here and in other parts of California.
If these measures pass, would city officials or the city workers themselves who've licensed these dispensaries, would they be liable?
No, and it's funny because there's been, I think, some effort to create that impression, but the fact is that these ordinances really just require city employees to implement a licensing permitting scheme. It's something that exists all across the state of California and in other states, Colorado, Arizona, and there's really no legal theory to say that issuing a business permit somehow is a federal offense.
All right, Alex Kreit, we're out of time, professor at Thomas Jefferson School of Law. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.